Um, Back in the 70s, when I was about 10 years old, I used to watch movies with my dad. And a lot of movies back then in the early 70s were war movies about World War II. There was a lot of movies about World War II. And we were fortunate if Dad was around and he would watch it with us because he knew about that stuff. And I wrote an article on Facebook after what happened in Afghanistan and they left all them people behind. I was watching a movie with my dad, and this soldier got shot, I guess you'd say mortally wounded, but he was still alive. And this other soldier stopped and went back for him to get him and was carrying him to take him to, cover, to safety. And he got shot and mortally wounded as well. And I said, Dad, why would he do that? He knew that there was fire coming down on that position. It was there was guns. He knew he would get shot if he went back for that guy. Why would he go back and get that guy? It doesn't make sense to me. And my dad looked at me and said, son, because in the United States, Americans, they don't believe in leaving a man behind. They believe in, saving each other. Leave no man behind is the motto in the military there. My dad was a military man. And I was like, wow. And I thought about America in that moment. And I thought, what a fierce people to have such courage. I was proud of my dad and proud of my nationality. So before the Saving Private Ryan, I saw Saving Private Ryan. It was pretty graphic, but before that, there was another movie made a long time ago that it was about the Normandy invasion when they stormed the beaches of Normandy. They left the ships on the transports and they pulled them up onto the beach and they opened them up, and the soldiers come out and they're trying to get up across the beach. There's the barbed wire and the X's. They got like an X, steel beam X, and the barbed wires all around it, razor wire, barbed wire, whatever they had. And you got to snip it and try to get through it. And then the enemy had the concrete machine gun nest, thick concrete, and they're 50 caliber, which is a very large caliber weapon. It'll rip a man in half, and they're shooting all these soldiers, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, Jesus, why would they go that way? Why would they go that way? There's just got to be another way to get behind the front line. And it was a slaughter. Somehow they got through. My grandfather parachuted in behind the lines, and a lot of things went wrong, and the soldiers were shot as they were coming down in their parachutes. The Germans were, the enemy, we'll call them the enemy, was shooting them as they were parachuting down, so by the time they hit the ground, they were already dead. And there's so many parachuted in that's, the odds were some of you would make it to the ground. And some of them did, and then, of course, they were hunted down. And some of them hid, and they couldn't form ranks or fight back. I mean, you'd only give away your position, and then you'd be killed. The best thing you could do is hide, buried somewhere, overnight, and then try to make your way back to the front line. It'd be about all you could do. And I guess I didn't know at the time, but I read it in history when, things started coming out in documentaries in the 90s, that's exactly what happened, that's what happened. My grandfather, my mom's daddy, parachuted in and he survived it. And my mom asked him about it and he looked at her and said, "Barbara Lee, don't ever ask me about the war again." Anyway, you can't write a song about what I saw, the transport and the guys going in and the courage. But there was a scene in that movie when they're on the transport, they've gotten off the ship and they're on the transport and they're heading in and they're shells are coming in the water in the ocean there and exploding. And they're just, plowing straight forward. If they get hit, they get hit. If they make it, they make it. And even if they make it, they knew what the score was. It wasn't. Anyway, I can't write a song about all that, but I can write a song with the spirit of that in it, the understanding of what that is, at least my perception. And I just said, "Smoke 'em if you got 'em," is what they said to the boys as they were on that transport. And they're nervous, and it shows in the movie they're shaking and they're lighting their cigarettes and they're smoking them. Some of them are trying to be, like tough and courageous, of course, a safe face for the others to have courage. And they're smoking their cigarettes like, here we go. This could be it. And most likely is it. Smoke them if you got them. And, that's the battle cry I heard. Smoke them if you got them. Well, the Americans took the Normandy beach that day. Anyway, I wrote a song based on that spirit. It's called "Smoke 'em Up, Johnny," because it don't matter anymore.